Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. The Marcos administration continues to work on addressing the housing gap by providing affordable housing for Filipinos through the Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pamilyang Filipino program. In a palace press briefing, Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro reported that the government has about 90 ongoing housing projects underway. Based on records from the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, these ongoing projects are expected to yield over 259,000 housing units. Meanwhile, 82 housing projects are under pre-production, while 436 are pending proposals. Castro said at least 8,000 low-cost housing units are expected to be turned over this year. These include those that have been turned over in Davao City and San Juan City. She also noted other ongoing housing projects in Palayan City, Nueva Ecija, San Fernando, Pampanga, Bacolod City, Tagoloan, Misamis Oriental, San Mateo Rizal, and Bocaue, Bulacan. The government is gearing up for the celebration of Filipino Food Month or Buwan ng Kalutong Filipino this April. The Department of Agriculture or DA has joined forces with the Department of Tourism or DOTr, the National Commission on Culture and the Arts, and the Philippine Culinary Heritage Movement or PCHM. This year, the kick-off of Filipino Food Month on April 4 will be held in Quezon Province to showcase its agricultural and culinary heritage. The DA will organize a school campaign and mini caravan, while the PCHM will launch KainCon 2025, an academic conference gathering together chefs, gastronomic experts, farmers, and researchers in the local food industry. Other events lined up this month include Ang Sarap, Philippine Food Festival 2025, a 3-day trade fair featuring products of farmers' cooperative associations, micro, small, and medium enterprises, and partner agencies. Filipino Food Month is observed every April pursuant to Presidential Proclamation No. 469, Series of 2018, to conserve, promote, and popularize Filipino cuisine as national culinary heritage. Metro Rail Transit Line 3 General Manager Michael Gabati returns to his old post as he led the inspection of all MRT3 stations on his first day at work on Tuesday, April 1. The inspection focused on assessing the condition of all station facilities, including escalators, elevators, and comfort rooms. Gabati also visited the footbridge at Taft Avenue Station where an escalator malfunction that injured at least 10 passengers happened in March. Clearing operation to remove ambulant vendors blocking the way of passengers also occurred recently around the station. Gabati said looking at the situation firsthand is vital to providing appropriate solutions to passenger concerns. The MRT3 chief also said he wants to regain the trust of MRT3 passengers. He called on them to contact their office and report any issue. Gabati previously served as MRT3 chief in 2022 after acting as director for operations since 2017. He was appointed by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on March 26 and sworn into office by Transportation Secretary Dizon last Monday. The Department of Transportation has justified a fare hike for the Light Rail Transit Line 1 or LRT1, which was implemented starting today, April 2. The statement, the DOTr said the fare hike was necessary to implement necessary upgrades and ensure the rail system's operational viability. This is also necessary for the extension of the LRT1 to Cavite under a public-to-private partnership contract. The DOTr also pointed out that the rate increase is only the second increase imposed since 2023 and is lower than the 20 peso increase originally proposed by the Light Rail Management Corporation. However, it said it will respect the decision of those who may file an appeal against the fare adjustment. The maximum fare for a single journey ticket in LRT1 is now at 55 pesos, while the minimum fare is now at 20 pesos. Meanwhile, the maximum fare for a store value card went up to 52 pesos, while the minimum fare increased to 16 pesos. For our business news, the Department of Agriculture is contemplating on setting a maximum suggested retail price or MSRP for garlic to prevent overpricing. DA Secretary Chu Laurel said that MSRP proposal is under discussion as garlic prices hit a peak price of 160 pesos, which doubled the estimated landed cost of 80 pesos. Laurel stressed that the reasonable price of a garlic is 100 pesos per kilogram, as 95% of garlic supply is imported, mostly coming from China. The DA is set to hold a stakeholders meeting to discuss the matter. The DA will also monitor egg prices, which are currently ranging from 6 to 8 pesos. It has also set an MSRP for pork at 300 pesos per kilogram of sabit ulo, 350 pesos for casimid pige, and 380 pesos per kilo of liempo following discussions with the pork industry. In other news, businessman Manuel B. Villar Jr. has regained his title as the richest person in the Philippines. This comes after he was briefly replaced by International Container Terminal Services Incorporated chairperson Enrique Razon Jr. According to the Forbes Magazine, the 75-year-old self-made billionaire recently revealed that one of his real estate companies earned 1 trillion pesos and secured 117th spot on Forbes' list of the world's 3,028 billionaires with a net worth of $17.2 billion. 65-year-old Enrique Razon, meanwhile, followed at rank 227th with a net worth of $10.9 billion. Meanwhile, 15 Filipinos made it to the Forbes 39th annual World's Billionaires list, including the 6 heirs of Henry C. Sr., making the C family the most prominent on the list, and an insurance, education, and gaming tycoon Eusebio Tanco. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Subwisha Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under the Pna News. I am Stephanie Civiliano. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories to unite the nation.